Hello,
Hello,
good
good
afternoon,
afternoon,
everyone.
everyone.
We'll
We'll
start
start
this
this
session.
session.
It's
It's 2
2 5.
5.
Okay.
Okay.
Hi,
Hi,
Raja.
Raja.
Good
Good
afternoon,
afternoon,
Rahul. Good
Rahul. Good
afternoon,
afternoon,
everyone.
everyone.
How
How
is your
is your
day
day
going
going
on?
on?
It's
It's
great
great
as
as
usual
usual
for
for
me.
me.
Good
Good
afternoon,
afternoon,
Manohara.
Manohara.
Good
Good
afternoon,
afternoon,
Pradeep.
Pradeep.
Okay,
Okay,
what
what
about
about
others?
others?
How
How
is your
is
day
your day
going
going
on?
on?
Okay,
Okay,
great
great
then.
then.
So,
So,
yesterday
yesterday
we
we
have
have
discussed
discussed
about
about
XML
XML
and
and
JSON.
JSON.
And
And
what
what
all
all
topics we
topics
have
we have
discussed
discussed
other
other
than
than
that?
that?
Types
Types
of
of
languages.
languages.
Okay.
Okay.
And
And
difference
different
between
between
JSON
JSON
and
and
XML,
XML,
right?
right?
So,
So,
what are
what
the
are the
types of
types of
languages
languages
we
we
have?
have?
How
How
many
many
types we
types we
have?
have?
Yes,
Yes,
three,
three,
absolutely.
absolutely.
So,
So,
how
how
many?
many?
Three.
Three.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
So,
what
what
are
are
this?
this?
What
What
is
is
programming,
programming,
scripting,
scripting,
and
and
other
other
languages,
languages,
right?
right?
So,
So,
what
what
comes
comes
under
under
programming
programming
language,
language,
and
and
what
what
is the
is the
use
use
case
case
of
of
programming
programming
language?
language? To To
build
build
an
an
application
application,
and to
to
build
build
a
a
programming
programming
languages.
languages,
Okay.
okay?
To
To
build
build
business
business
project.
project,
Okay.
okay?
And
And
what
what
about the
about the
scripting
scripting
language?
language? Yes,
Yes,
to
to
develop
develop
the
the
conditions,
conditions.
okay?
Okay.
So,
So,
what
what
are
are
the
the
examples we
examples we
have
have
discussed
discussed
yesterday
yesterday
for
for
scripting
scripting
languages?
languages? Yes, to
Yes, to
develop the
develop the
condition
conditional
apps.
apps,
Absolutely.
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 Okay,
Okay,
HTML,
HTML,
XML,
XML,
JSON,
JSON,
that
that
are
are
other
other
languages,
languages,
guys.
guys.
I
I
was
was
asking you
asking you
about
about
scripting
scripting
language.
language.
JavaScript,
JavaScript,
okay,
okay,
and
and
shell
shell
script,
script,
Python,
Python,
Visual
Visual
Basics,
Basics.
great.
Great.
Good
Good
job,
job,
guys.
guys.
Happy
Happy
for
for
you.
you.
And
And
we
we
have
have
discussed
discussed
something
something
about
about
other
other
languages
languages
also,
also,
right?
right?
So,
So,
what
what
are
are
the
the
other
other
languages we
languages we
have
have
discussed?
discussed?
Okay,
Okay,
good.
good.
So,
So,
examples
examples
of
of
programming
programming
language?
language?
Great.
Great.
C,
C,
C++,
C++,
Java,
Java,
done.
done.
And
And
C
C
Sharp
sharp
also,
also,
absolutely.
absolutely. And
And
what
what
is
is
XML?
XML?
And
And
what are
what
the
are the
characteristics
characteristics
of
of
XML?
XML?
Absolutely
Absolutely
extensible
extensible
markup
markup
language.
language.
Great.
Great.
Yes,
Yes,
it's a
it's a
scripted
type
type
language.
language. Okay.
Okay.
Is the
Is the
XML
XML
structure
structure
easy?
easy?
Collection
Collection
of
of
customized
customized
and
and
other.
other.
Okay,
Okay,
user
user
defined.
defined.
That's
That's
absolutely.
absolutely.
And
And
what are
what are
other
other
characteristics
characteristics
of
of
XML?
XML? Yes, parsing time is more in XML as the language as the structure is a bit difficult when compared to JSON. Yes, platform and technology independent, absolutely. Okay, good job, guys. Okay, what is a parser tool which we use in XML? Java to XML, XML to Java. What is a parser tool? Great. Is it Jackson? Java to XML and XML to Java. Yeah, it is JAXB. Okay. And XML to Python, and for Python to XML, which is the parser tool I'm using? Which parser tool I'm using? If I want to convert Python to XML and XML to Python, what is the parser tool I'm using here? Absolutely requested. Right? Okay. And what about JSON? Why are we using JSON more today? For transferring Java into JSON and JSON to Java, which parser tool I'm using? Absolutely, we are using something called as Jackson here. Okay. And what is this? If I want to convert JSON to Python and Python to JSON, what is the parser tool I'm using here? Okay, JSON module, right? If the request is sent in the form of JSON, what kind of request I can say that? Yes, REST web service request or response. If it is in XML, it is SOAP web service request or response, right? Great, good job, guys. Okay, so today we are going to discuss about API. Okay, so what is this API? Why do we need API, etc., etc. We'll understand. Okay, so example, let me share my screen and just a minute. Let me open my paint in order to draw something. I hope you're clear with the topics of yesterday. Yes? Okay, fine. Then we'll start today's topic then. So, I'll just draw something here. Okay. So, this is my presentation layer. Presentation layer. And this is my business layer. Right? And what about this? Database layer. Guys, just a minute. Just give me a minute. Yes, sorry about it. So, in my presentation layer, what all things I'll be having? In my presentation layer, what all things I'll have, guys? Yes, absolutely. GUI code. Let me just draw it for you. So here we have something called as UN, username, and here we have password. Let me draw the boxes later. First, let me write all the names here. Okay. Cancel button. And what is the other button we have in the login page? Login button per se. Okay. So let me just draw the boxes. Just bear with me. I'm very bad at drawing here. Yes. So here in the presentation layer, as you guys said, we will be having something called a GUI code. Okay. So in this particular presentation layer, what kind of testing we are going to do, guys? In this presentation layer, what kind of testing are we going to do? Any idea? Yeah, we are going to do something called as functionality testing. Okay, we'll be testing each and every text field, right? So we'll be testing each and every text field. That time, if I'm testing each and every text field, every component, what kind of testing, we will tell it as, we will call it as. Yes, we will call it as something called as functionality test. Yes. So it comes under which type of testing? Black box or white box? Absolutely. It comes under black box testing. So in the presentation layer, we'll be doing something called as functionality testing, right? Okay. When I talk about, clear with this everyone? Okay. Now when I talk about this business layer, what I'll have in my business layer? Absolutely. Source code, right? So let me write, yeah, just a minute. Let me write source code here. Okay, we'll be having something called as source code. And in the business layer, we will do two types of testing, guys. Okay, how many types of testing we will do? We'll be doing two types of testing. Okay. Just a minute, guys. Password, password. Guys, just a minute, it's an emergency work. Okay, yeah. Sorry about it. Very sorry. So, in the business layer, we'll be doing two types of testing, guys. Okay, one is API testing, the other one is web service testing. Okay, what is the first one? The first one is API testing. API. Now we will understand what is this API testing. Okay, before that, let me write the second one also here. Okay, this is web service testing. Right? So this is we have two types of testing. One is API testing, the other one is web service testing. Okay, in the API testing, we will do something called as white box testing. So let us understand what is that white box testing. Okay. Now, if for example, imagine the application which has only back end. Okay, it doesn't consist of front end. Can I do testing, guys? Yes. If the application is only having back end, it doesn't have front end. Front end is not yet developed. Can I do testing or not? Yes, how we can? So some people are telling no, some people are telling yes. So I want reasons for everyone. For APIs we do the okay, we can do API testing.
Guys, am I audible? Am I audible? Just please give me the response. No? Okay, fine. So, I was asking you if I have only back end, okay, the front end is not yet developed. Now, can I do testing? Okay, let us understand how we can do and you will understand it now. Okay, whether if we can do or not. Okay, so let me just show you my screen. Okay, I hope my screen is visible to you guys. Yes or no? Okay, fine, just a minute. Yeah. So here we have something called as this is the business layer. Okay, and we have something called as source code here. Okay, so there is a test engineer here. There is a test engineer, and this test engineer, no, the manager comes into picture here, and the manager asks this particular test engineer to do testing. And the front end is not yet developed now. Okay, UI is not yet developed. Just a minute. Okay. The UI is not yet developed. First point, UI is not developed. Okay. And now what they will do, developers will do, they will create one interface. Okay. By developing the application only, they'll create one interface. And what happens with that now, with the help of this interface, the test engineers will be getting the access for the source code, and they can do testing from the backend without UI only. Okay. I hope you understood this topic. Okay, let me tell you once again. What happens when the developers are developing the application only, they will be developing something called as interface. With the help of that interface, these test engineers will be getting the access to the source code, and it will be useful for them to test the application without the UI only. Okay, developers develops interface. Okay, it's very messy. Okay, clear, just make note of these things, guys. Developer, he will be creating interface, all those things. You just make note of things. Okay, let me create one new one. New one, create. Okay, and yeah. Okay. So interface. Where is the pen? No, it's not coming. Okay, let me write it like that only. Just till then you just make note of things, guys, which we discussed now. Let me deal with this because it's a new thing for me. Okay. So this interface which we have, right? Interface. This interface acts as a bridge. Okay. This interface will act as a bridge. API. What is that bridge, guys? API. Okay. Application Programming Interface. The bridge, right? The interface which we are having, which developer is developing during the development of the source code, that is only called as API. Through the help of the API, we are going to test the application. And this particular bridge is not just acting for this. We can also develop the application. Okay. We can also, it can act as a bridge between two applications also, not only between the developer and the source code, or test engineer and the source code. Between the application also, this API will be using. Okay. So for understanding this, let me give you a clear example. Okay. Okay, you guys are taking notes. Should I wait for some time? Guys, am I audible for you? Are you taking notes, or should I continue with the class? Anupriya, I didn't share any notes. Till now, whatever I said, whatever you understood, just make note of things. Okay, running notes you make. Okay. Voice is breaking. Okay, am I audible properly for everyone? Okay, fine. Pradeep, just check with your internet connection, ma. Because others are able to hear it. Seems. Shobita, whatever notes I'm giving you, sometimes whatever I'll just dictate, and sometimes I'll ask you guys to do, make running notes, because it's not possible for me to send notes in QTalks, okay? Guys, if you're done with the note making, just please let me know. We'll continue with the other topics, okay? Okay, I'm seeing a lot of done text here. Anybody still writing? Okay, fine. Great. Okay, fine. Here, let me understand. Let us understand what is white box testing first, guys. Okay, white box testing. Okay. So what is this white box testing all about? I said you there will be one interface. Okay. Developers will be developing one interface. This is interface. Okay. And let us understand later what will be there in the interface. But let me just do with the source code for this. This is let's example. We will take an example of ICICI Bank. Okay. In that ICICI Bank, what all things we can see? We can see something called as create account. For that also, we will be writing some source code, right? So, source code for that, and balance will be having. Yes or no? For that one source code, loans will be having. For that one source code, and deactive, right? Deactive we will have in that ICICI Bank application, if you observe. So and a number of applications for that, right? For that particular application, we have having all these features. Now, what is this? This is database, yes. And there is still now they didn't develop any UI. Okay. So now what we have inside this interface, it consists of functionalities. It consists of declaration. I hope you know about declaration, guys. I think yeah, I'll tell you that one also. No, we can't provide. I can't provide notes, Raja. Only whatever I'm telling you in the class, you just take running notes. Sometimes I'll be dictating you guys also. Okay. If I have the notes in the PDF PPT format, I will share that also with you. Right? Yesterday I was sharing, right? In the same format, I'll be sharing. Okay. I'll be telling you what is the full form of API, everything I'll tell. But as of now, I hope you understood about these declarations and all. If you know about Java, you know about these declarations and implementations, right? Yes or no? So here it consists of functionality in the sense create this one and balance functionality, balance method. These are all declarations, guys. Okay, these are all declarations. And execution happens in the server. Execution happens in the server. Okay, interface consists of functionality and declarations. Okay, and execution happens in the server. Just remember this. Okay. Now, if I wanted to execute, where am I writing the source code? Where developers will be usually writing the source code? Where they'll be writing the source code, guys? Where are you writing the source code in Java classes and all? We'll be having one API that is Eclipse. For most of the time, we'll be using Eclipse, right? So, for example, we'll be writing a code to execute in order to create an account. Let's write that. Okay, one pseudo code I will be writing. In pseudocode language, I'm writing. Okay, it's not a proper, Java code. In Java language, I'm not writing. Okay, something we'll be writing, and we will be executing. We'll click on the run button. Now what happens? It will trigger the API, create account API, and this is going to, it will go inside the server and it will execute. Okay, and it will execute inside the server. Now what happens when the code gets executed? The account should be created. If the account is not created, that means what is happening here? There is some problem in the code, because at the time of registration only, okay, there might be two reasons. Okay, the user might have given some wrong information, and the code might is not might is not it's not might working properly, might not work properly, right? So we have two things, but the developer knows everything and he is doing properly. Even though the code is not working, we'll be answering, we'll be thinking the code is not working properly, there is some issue in the code, right? So here what am I doing? I'll be testing each and every line of the code. Okay, so testing each and every line of the code is called white box testing. Okay, clear? Understood what are we doing in the white box testing? Yes, everyone, just write it down. I'll write it here only. What is white box testing? Just note it down. So when I talk about another code here, why am I using another code here? Because see, in my server we will be having code, right? So but I am testing the code with another code, right? In the sense, in the Eclipse I am writing one code, and with the help of this code I am testing the code which is in the server. Yes or no? So that is why I have written this. Okay, with the help of another code. This another code where are we writing? We are writing in the Eclipse or any ADI. Yes? Got it? Yes, fine. Just write this, guys. And if I want to do it big, how can I do?
Yeah, sorry about it, guys.
Done, guys? Everyone? Yeah, I'm not getting only few requests, few responses only I'm getting. Guys, what about others? Are you doing? Are you understanding? Or should I explain again? Okay. So now we have understood what is this sorry, white box testing. right? So we have another testing also. What is that? I said I've said you types of API testing. In that we have something called as white box testing, and the other one is web service testing. Yes or no? Just write this one also if you want. Every time this is going. Okay. So I'll be giving you one. I think under API testing only we have written, right? Just a minute. You have written, I guess, this one, but also just write if you're not right, if you didn't know this. I'll tell you that also. Guys, just take this, picture. If you're done, please let me know. We'll start with the other things also. Done? Should I show it again? Done, everyone? Okay. So now let us understand what is web service and what is web service testing here. Okay. For example, let's take two friends examples. Okay. They are two friends and they are from the Q spiders only. Anybody best friends? Any best friends here? No best friends. Unable to find. Okay. Can I become your best friend? Arati. Okay. Yeah. From now on, we are best friends. I think Raja has girlfriend. Thank you so much to you also. Okay, let's take. I think Pinga Pingi is very bad names. They are very bad names. Okay, you guys suggest me two names. We'll take the example of that only. Whoever types first, yeah. Sita Geeta, it seems done. Dinga Dingi is like old one. Okay, Sita Geeta we will take. Subhangi said me first, so I will just take that. Okay. Sita Geeta. Geeta, they are friends from Foo Spiders only, and they got job now. Okay, so and they're very big, very good friends, like extremely very close. Okay, so let's say after like 2-3 years they got married, and let's assume that they met after 15 years. 15 years. Okay, so friends they are. First thing they are friends, and second thing they are meeting after 15 years. Okay. And what all things these two girls might discuss, what they will discuss after. What they might discuss, guys? Meeting after 15 years, what do you think? Career, family problems. Absolutely. Salary discussion, aunt discussion, in-laws discussion, all those things will happen, right? So here also they are doing discussions, career discussions, for example. Oh, let me share my screen. It's already shared. Okay. So they are discussing about their career, and they have two kids also now. Those two kids are also playing with themselves, and these two are discussing. Just imagine a situation. Okay. So and what are they discussing? Let's say Pooja has built her own. Pooja, no, it's not Pooja. We are discussing about Sita and Geeta, right? So one of the person, Sita. So Sita has built her own e-commerce application. Let's say it is Sita. Sita Cart.com. Okay, SitaCart.com. Let's assume that Geeta is also become one of the lady entrepreneur, and she also created one e-commerce application, and both of them are in the market only. Okay, they are working well in the market, and they are discussing about the turnovers also, yearly turnovers and all they'll be discussing, right? So these people are also discussing these two. Okay, so now Sita said X amount. Geeta said Y amount. Here the issue is X is greater than Y, it seems. X amount is greater than Y amount. Okay, Sita's turnover is more than the Geeta's turnover. And Geeta was furious how it is happening, and somehow she is jealous also, it seems. Somewhere she is jealous also, it seems. So now what happens? Geeta will ask Sita, how are you able to do this much turnover? What is the reason behind it? All those things she might ask. She will ask. Okay. Now what happens? What might be the reason, guys? You tell me what might be the reason for Sita getting more turnovers. Quality of the application, strategies, okay. High number of users. Why high number of users? User friendliness, okay, great. Good thoughts. And also both are using Java only, both are using everything is same. Everything is same language, everything is same. Marketing strategy, okay. So let's assume Sita is having some additional features like weather forecast, inbuilt calculator, interest rate and EMIs. If they wanted to, pay EMIs, they are only calculating in the application only will calculate and it will only tell. Okay, and we have something called pay later option also. So because of this only, this Sita's revenue is increasing, compared to this Geeta. Okay. So now what happens? Geeta will intelligently start convincing the Sita. Sita, can you please give me the source code because I am like going to the losses only now. So can you please give the source code of this particular application? What do you think? Will she give? She'll ask, Sita, please give me a favor. We are best friends and we are meeting after 15 years. And you can see our, my kid is also playing with your kid happily. All these things she will say. What do you think? Will Sita get convinced? Anupriya is saying no, we are not convinced. I'll not get convinced. Yes, absolutely. They'll become enemies. Okay, somehow Pooja was very generous and she convinced it. She got convinced and she gave the source code also. Along with that source code, not just source code, she is giving the database also. Like the entire data also she has given. Now both of them are doing well. Both of them are earning on an average approximately equal turnovers they are getting. Okay. So unfortunately, it should not happen. Unfortunately, what happens after 3 years, Sita will want losses. She'll go under losses, huge losses. Okay. Now in her business. Now what happens? Whom she should call? Whom she should call and ask the help for? Geeta, because Geeta and Sita are best friends, 15 years relationship, not relationship, friendship, sorry. So all this is there. Now what happens? Sita will call Geeta and ask for money. Okay, Geeta, I don't have time. Can you send this much amount of money? And guess the money. Guess the amount of money Sita asks to Geeta. What might be the number? So she have asked $100 million. Let's assume. Okay. And she'll tell I'm in a very... Should I explain the entire scenario once again? Can you please explain the scenario on a brief? Okay, my internet is... Okay, fine, I'll explain you. But let me tell this point and I'll explain again. Okay, no worries. Okay. So what happens? So I'll tell you again, Raja, don't worry. Okay. So this Geeta will tell, okay, I will help you, and she will cut the call, switch off, abscond from the country itself. Because the amount of money Sita asked is not, small amount, right? It is very big amount. Yes or no? So now, what should be done? Now, is it possible to Sita to get the source code back? Yes. Is it possible for Sita to get the source code and database? Once it is gone, it's gone. Like Hundi only, right? If you kept the money, it is gone. No returning back. Yes or no? Let's assume if I'm giving money to my friend, will he give me back? Absolutely no. Right? The same happens here also. Now, is it right way of sharing the data, guys? Is it right way of sharing the data? So earlier this was only a way left. It's only option to share the source code. Okay, if at all we want any help, you used to send this only. There's no other option. But nowadays we are having beautiful technology. Okay. Now let's assume the same scenario wherein Geeta and Sita are eating in the restaurant. Now Geeta has to Sita about this. But now what happens? Sita in an intelligent way, she will tell, according to my company's rules and policies, I can't share my source code directly. But as you are my friend, I can help you with one thing. Okay, what Sita will do? Sita will create an interface. Okay, and this Geeta will use that interface. She will send the request, she'll get the response, everything will happen. But she will not share the entire source code. She will not send the entire data. Okay. In interface, what all things she need, only those things we will put, and that too in the declaration form, right? So in real time, where are we using this web service? Let us understand this. Okay, this is called web service. Okay, helping the interaction between two applications, service between two applications, we call it as web service, guys. Okay. So let me tell again, because Raja was asking me. So I said that there are two friends, and both of them are doing well. They are lady entrepreneurs, and they are meeting after 15-20 years. Okay. So if one person is doing good, and other person is going into the losses, and that other person who is going into losses, she will be asking the person, I mean that is Sita. So she will be asking Sita, can you please give me a source code? And not very intelligently, this girl, what she will do, she will send the source code, she will give the source code, she will give the database, everything. Okay. Now it will affect the company, yes or no? If we are giving a source code, if we are giving a database entirely, will it affect our company or not? Yes or no? Just think about it. The same thing happened here also. Okay. So to avoid these kind of issues, and to have the service between two applications, we have come across with something called as web services. Okay. Now let us understand what is this web service, guys. One person helping, or one application helping or supporting another application, we call it as web service. Okay. So what are we doing here? Digitally, through internet, we are doing the service, or support. Since we are using it, through the internet, we call it as web service. Just remember this. Okay. So let us understand how is this web service technology is used in today's world. There are so many applications today, guys, working only purely based on the web service. Okay, let's give me few examples. Let me give you few examples so that you'll understand what is web service all about. Okay. Let me just share my screen. Okay. I hope everybody know Uber here. Yes. My handwriting is worst. Just bear with it, guys. Are you able to understand my handwriting first? Are you guys able to understand? I know it is bad, but still. Yeah, fine. Then it's fine. I'll try to write properly, okay? Uber application, let us take, guys. Okay. So, and in Uber application, what all things I can do? Which domain is this, first of all? Uber comes under which domain, guys? Yeah, we'll look into that also, Mama. Okay, what is this? What domain Uber is? Which domain comes under travel? Absolutely, good job. So it comes under travel, transport domain. Okay. So what all things we have in that particular, Uber application? What all we have? As soon as you see the Uber application, what all things you can do, ma? Book rides, okay. Book an auto, okay. What all things, what all features we can see? We can create an account absolutely, and search text field, sign up, okay, booking, making payment also, select location in map. Right, absolutely. So when I talk about selecting location in map, so where is this map coming from absolutely? Like where is it coming from? Did Uber, will Uber will create the own Google Maps? Build their own satellite? They are able to, will they capture the earth image from the satellite again? Then guys, there's an announcement. Just a minute.
Thank you, ma'am. Good afternoon, guys. This is Vandana from the announcement team. Is my voice is audible? Today I'm here to announce the new batch update. I've shared the aptitude new batch link in the chat box. It will start from 28th July. Timing will be evening 5 to 7 to attend the aptitude. There is no prerequisite for testing and development. Students can attend the class. Any queries? Timing will be evening 5 to 7. Others, you have any queries? Guys, this is a aptitude batch, guys. These are the updates for the today's class. Thank you, guys. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Guys, we'll continue. So I was discussing about this Uber. So where are this Uber getting the map? Will they create their own satellite? Will they capture the earth image again from the satellite from Google? Right? Are they writing the source code for this from the scratch? It's not a thing of Uber, guys. Okay, Uber is just for the transport purpose, right? So how it is happening in the sense that I understand that now. Let me share my screen. Okay. Now we have something called as Google Maps. Yes. We have something called as Google Maps. What Maps does? So this particular Uber will connect to the Google Maps through interface. So this Uber will send the request to the Google Map and it will get the response from the Google Map. Okay, this particular area I have to go. Can you please send the location of the can you please send the map for this particular thing? Okay, again, it is not a purely a service. Again, they will charge for these many amount of requests, these many amount of amount I will be charging. Okay, these many dollars I will be charging. All these things will be there. Okay, but at least they are utilizing the business is growing, right? Yes or no, the business is growing. They don't need to do it from the scratch. They don't need to develop the application from the scratch. Are they developing this Google Maps? Lot of business opportunities are increasing with this. Yes or no? I hope you are understanding the concept. Understood, guys? How things are working, how business is working back end. Okay. Let me take another example also. Okay. With few other examples, you'll understand. Okay, Raja is telling something, I guess. Yes, absolutely. This is only API. Interface is nothing but API. Just remember. Okay. Interface is nothing but interface. Sorry, interface is nothing but API. Okay. So let me take another example. If you understood this, we'll go for next one also. Okay. So we have applications like airindia.com. If you remember, we have applications like airindia.com, indigo.com. What are these applications? Websites, Emirates, etc. What are these, guys? Which domain it comes under? Airlines domain. Absolutely. Good job. It comes under airline domain. No, we can visit this, particular websites, guys. We can visit this particular websites. Why are we visiting these particular websites? Why are we visiting these particular websites? It might be Air India, Indigo, Emirates, anything it might be. In order to book a flights. Yes. So what happens gradually these days, these applications, the people who are using these applications or websites, they're getting reduced. The count is getting reduced. Why is that so? Because see, in the market we have n number of sources now. So a lot of lot of companies, lot of applications, lot of websites, and people are not understanding, and people are shifting from one website to another website. All those things are there. Yes or no? Now what happens day by day? These companies are getting into the persons, the people who are visiting these particular websites are going down. The number is going down. Now what happens here? And what are we using nowadays? What are we using in order to book anything? Any flight or anything it might be. What are we using? Okay. Absolutely. Make my trip. What is this make my trip, guys? What is this make my trip? What is the beauty of make my trip? Okay. Is this do make my trip have airlines and all? Does it have? Absolutely all in one. So with the help of this make my trip, we can book the flight for Air India, we can book Indigo and Emirates without going to that particular website only. I can book. Yes or no? Yes, absolutely. Not for airlines. We can just book this buses, all those things. Trains, I guess. I didn't open that application with for trains also. Right. Great. So without even navigating to that particular website, I am able to select different websites, different airlines. Yes or no? Is it helpful for me? And is it helpful for that particular airlines company also? Because as I said, the number of people, the amount of people navigating or visiting the website and getting decreased day by day. Now what is this make my trip doing? It is marketing that particular application. It is marketing the airlines. It is marketing the Emirates. And Emirates people, they don't have to do anything. They just have to give the access. That's it. And they are also getting money. Both of them are getting money now. Yes or no? Make my trip without having the proper airlines also. It is getting money. Yes. Is it helpful for the people here? Because without navigating to that particular application or website only, we are able to book, and with a good amount of discounts also. Clear? Understood? Yes. And also, can you guys give a few more examples for me about this web service? Any other examples? Book My Show, absolutely. So in Book My Show, what happens? Swiggy, Book My Show, yes. Example. Oh. I think with this example, if you're giving me this example, means you are getting the things. Okay. For example, we have PVR. PVR.com, it's a website. And iKnox.com, it's a website. Okay. So now we have Book My Show. What Book My Show does? All the theaters it will have all the theaters and the seats. So this Book My Show, there will be an interface. Okay. Interface. So there is an interface between these two applications. What happens? Okay. So we will be having something called an interface. What this interface is helpful for? So this PVR, what happens? In this PVR, we'll be having, for example, 14 seats are not booked. So now this Book My Show will get this 14 seats, and it will give for huge amount of rates. So this will be profit for PVR also. This will be profit for this Book My Show also. It will send a request, and this Book My Show will send a request and ask this PVR how many number of seats are there. It will send a request, and in the request what will be there? How many number of tickets I have, and will be getting a response. It will not, no source code is given, but the declaration will be there. So with the help of this interface, we'll be able to communicate between the two different applications here. So this service between the two applications is called what? Web service. Okay. Same with the iKnox also. Okay. Let me write it for you. Guys, will you take this example? Picture of the example. Or should I move to the next page? Okay, let me just check with that. Okay, what is the web service? Just note it down. Now what is web service testing? Done? Just make note of this. Done? Everyone. Okay. So we have something called as provider and consumer. Okay. Provider and consumer. So when I I'll take example of Swiggy. Someone said Swiggy, and just take an example of Swiggy. And famous restaurant, anything? Any famous restaurant which you know? KFC. A to B. Udupi. Fine. Udupi. Here, what is provider and what is consumer? Which one is provider? Which one is consumer? Swiggy is provider. Udupi is provider. And okay, when I take the example of this book my show on PVR, then who is the provider, who is the receiver or consumer? Book my show is the provider, absolutely. See, when I discuss about this example, you forget. Swiggy and Udupi will discuss it. PVR is there. Book my show is there. These are two different applications. We have something called as interface. And now who is providing this interface? PVR is providing the interface to book my show. Okay. So PVR is providing the interface. That means in book my show what is happening? Book my show will ask the request, send the request, how many tickets and what is the cost, everything. And the response will be like these many tickets, this much amount of money, this much of extra charge, all those things. So this is the provider. This is the requester. Sorry, not requester. What is the consumer? Understood. But what you have to remember before that, you will only tell me what you have to remember. I hope you understood with provider and consumer now. Yes. Right. See, let me take an example of Swiggy. Swiggy, Udupi. Udupi. Right. So, for example, Udupi not send, what is that? Will do 200 chapatis a day. Or dosas. Dosa, I will assume. 200 dosas a day. Okay. So, now what Swiggy will do? Udupi, don't worry, not 200. I will give you more 160 plates of orders. Plus 160 plates of orders. Now, Udupi will be happy or not? See, imagine Udupi is selling 200 dosas a day. 200 plates of dosas a day, and this Swiggy as Udupi, I will give you more 160 plates of dosas in a day. Will Udupi be happy or not then? What do you think? Udupi will be happy. But there will be one concern. Yes. So what is that concern? It will be happy, however, because more number of orders, more number of money. Again, however, one chef it should acquire, but that is a different case. Business will grow, but one concern will be there. What is that concern? Insufficient area. Udupi is little small, like 400, 360 members from there it will. So, Swiggy tells, don't worry. I will not get them here. I will only parcel. I will take the parcel and give them. Now Udupi is even more happy. So, for example, if it is for 100 rupees, if one dosa is for 100 rupees, now what it will do? It will send, it will give it as for 160 rupees. Yes or no, delivery charges, that packing charges and all. It will take 160 rupees. Now, there will be an interface between these two. Yes or no? So now do you think Udupi or some in Swiggy will be having not only Udupi, will be having the biggest 5-star restaurant, 8-star restaurant will be having, and local street shops also will be having. Yes or no? Yes. So for example, we have something called one local shop. Local Momo Wala we have. Okay. Do you think they have their own servers? Do you think they will be providing interface? They will be developing interface and all here? So what you have to understand here, not all the services work in the same manner. Okay. Not all services works in similar manner. I hope my handwriting is improving, guys. In this example which I have given, in this example, Swiggy is going to act like both consumer and provider, guys. I'll say you how. Okay. So, how is the API working? Are you understanding? Observe that anytime if you go to any restaurant, okay, the cashier will be having two logins. Okay. So they will be having two things. Did you ever observe that? So whenever the Swiggy guys comes, he'll be showing some other thing. Yes. So cashier guy, he will be having one login. Okay. Swiggy can be logged in two ways. Restaurant owner can be logged in and user also can be logged in. Yes or no? If you observe, he will receive one notification. Who will receive the notification here? The restaurant owner. Okay, the restaurant person, he will be receiving one notification through what? Through Swiggy. Okay, this API is built by whom? This particular API is built by Swiggy, not from the restaurant, not from the local shops here. Okay, so the Swiggy person will give the interface, it will give the login credentials and everything, right? Now, who should test that API? Who should test that web service? Swiggy should do, right? If at all, let's assume here, if at all if you are not doing testing properly, if there is no testing properly, this person is getting lost. Okay. Usually they'll be selling it for 100 rupees more. Okay. Usually one dosa they'll be selling for 100 rupees. Now after Swiggy person came here to pay and they asked, no, they'll be telling I'll be charging 120. What is the profit for me then? Obviously you will be asking, right? Okay, I'm giving you I'm giving you few things. Okay, what is the use case? What I will get out of it? Okay, then Swiggy tells you give me for 120. It's fine. Or sometimes this person would be your person only will tell, okay, I'll give you for 120 rupees, you can take. If that is the case, you can take. If not, it's fine. I'll be okay with the 200 people only. Right? So now what this guy will do? He will send for 160 rupees. Now what is the amount of profit he's getting? 40 rupees. And this guy 20 rupees. Right? If at all the testing is not properly done by the Swiggy person or Swiggy developers, the amount of loss is 20 per rate. But here 40. If at all this particular one, other 120 people or anything, it might be 160 people are not coming or parties are not coming, they can adjust for 200. But these people, it is purely a web service. Yes or no? Are they making chapatis? Are they making money out of it? That is why they should test the application properly here. That is the use case of testing here. That is the use case of testing here. Okay. Understood? Who is the provider and consumer here? In this particular example? Yes. Understood? It depends, guys. It depends upon the application. Right? I hope you understood about this. Yes. Everyone. Okay, just make note of the things which you have understood. We'll move to the next concept. I've given a lot of examples, I know, but the thing is you have to understand each and everything. Web service is very important concept. So only I have given a lot of examples for you in order to understand. Okay. Yes. Local shops will not, yeah, absolutely. Because local shops will not have that, code, they will not have that interface, everything. Yes or no? Local shops can survive without Swiggy also. Yes, people will come, people will, take things from the local shop, but Swiggy is a both provider and, what is a consumer. Because it's a web service, only purely it's based on web service. It is not making chapatis, it is not making dosas. From the person who is making those, it is getting the money. Yes or no? So only it should do testing properly. If at all they are not doing testing properly, what happens? Swiggy will get into losses more than that particular shop owner. Shop owner can survive, however, because people will come to their shop manually also. Yes or no? Understood, guys? Yes. Just make note of these things and one shot and please let me know. Yes, Subhangi. We'll be testing the request and response. And that too without UI. Okay. Done, guys? Did you know the abbreviation of API? If you're done, please let me know. Done, everyone. The definition which I have given now. API. Okay. So now we have discussed that we have two different types here. Yes, when I'm dealing with the API testing, I said you that we have two different things, that is white box testing, web service testing. In web service testing, I have REST and SOAP. Remember? Yes. So let us understand what is this SOAP, what is this REST. Okay. Not needed this one. Okay. We have something called as ICICI Bank. Now let's say it's new to industry. Okay, let's say ICICI Bank is very new to industry. In order to attract customers, they have decided to offer something called as web service. Now when I talk about web service, we have two different types of web service, right? So one is REST web service, the other one is SOAP web service. Yes. So now just a minute. Okay. Done. So we have two different web services. Yes, on a SOAP or web. SOAP and REST. So let me take an example here. So we'll take Myntra. Meesho we will take. Okay. So this is, and also same thing. Yesterday we have discussed, right? What we have discussed yesterday, XML and JSON, right? So let's say Python, ICIC is using Python application, Python, language in order to develop the application. Let me tell Python. Let me write Python. Okay, and this Java is used by Meesho. Java is used by Meesho. Now, in order to communicate, they are using something called as XML, let's assume. Okay. Not JSON, they are using XML. Now, what is the parser language, parser tool which we are using? Java to XML. Great. Now, here also XML, dot XML, dot XML, dot XML. And what is the parser tool? What is the parser tool we are using between XML and Python? Crazy people, you are. Good answers you are giving. Requester. Yes. So we are using requester. Now, here let's take there is a browser. So this is a browser. From this, we will be getting some HTTP request. We are getting some HTTP response. So why are we calling this as HTTP request and response? May I know? Anyone? Why am I calling it as HTTP request and response when anything is going from the browser? Yes. Why are we using HTTP word? See, I am sending requests through my browser. Okay, I'm getting the response to my browser. Okay, these particular request and response, we will call it as HTTP. Yes or no? So my question is, why are we using the word HTTP here? HTTP request, HTTP response. Why are we using this word HTTP? Absolutely. It is following a protocol. That is HTTP protocol it is following. So only we are utilizing a word here. We are using the word HTTP. Right? Let's write it here. HTTP request. Now here this request is going. They are receiving response. What kind of service, web service should I call it as? Yesterday we have discussed something. I have given the slight idea about the slope and rest yesterday. Yes. I just asked you guys to remember this and this. Why are we using soap word? Why are we using rest word? Remember? If I'm sending the request from one application to another application by using, if I'm using XML, what kind of request, what kind of web service request? Absolutely. That is so web service request. Good job, guys. And what response it is? So web service response. Till here you remember. Okay. Till here remember, just take a picture of this thing and we'll continue the tomorrow other topics in the tomorrow's class. It's already 3:51. Let's also revise the things. Okay. Just take a picture of it, guys. Done, guys? Others, what about others? Only few responses I'm getting. Okay, let's revise the topics then, okay? Show once again. Let me show you once again. Okay, we will revise the topics which we have discussed, which we have explained today, which I have explained today. Okay, so I have started with which topic I have started with today? Yes, types of testing. Yes, three layers we have discussed: business layer, database, and presentation layer. And in that particular layers, what type of testing we are doing, right? So in presentation layer, what am I doing? What type of testing it is, guys? Functionality testing. And in business layer, what kind of testing I'm doing? API and web service testing. In API only we have two things, ma, okay. One is white box testing we are doing under API only, and also we are doing web service testing also under API only. Okay, right. So what is white box testing? See, earlier when you are when you heard about this particular white box testing definition, you'll be reading only till testing. Each and every line of the code is called white box testing. But how are we testing? We are testing through another program only, right? We are writing a program in our Eclipse or some ADIs, IDs, and we are testing the server. We are testing the code which is present in the server. Yes or no? That is why I have included the sentence here. Through another program is called white box testing. I hope you understood this. Yes? And we have discussed about web service. What is web service? Absolutely. Two applications exchanging information through APIs is called web service. What is web service testing? Web service testing. Web service is different, web service testing is different. Yes? Absolutely. Whenever we are using a word testing, please make sure you add response and request there. Make sure you are adding response and request there. Oh god, just a minute. Okay. Right? And we have discussed SOAP web service. And I didn't give the brief, I just gave the brief idea, not in detail. I just gave the brief idea. We'll discuss about the SOAP and rest to tomorrow. Okay? Right? Understood the topics which I have discussed today? Any queries? Only few response. What about others? I can see a lot of people in the class. Yeah, you have class tomorrow also. Saturdays you'll be having class, guys. Okay. Yeah, I know how it feels, but फिर भी we have to, right? So how is the session today? I didn't explain anything about SOAP, Raja. Only I said if at all we are sending the request from one application to another application by using XML, we call it as SOAP web service request. Okay. And if we are receiving through one application to another application with the help of XML, if they are using XML, we will call it as SOAP web service response. That's it I said. Tomorrow we will discuss about the SOAP and web, SOAP and REST. Okay. For JSON, it is REST, ma. Sunday, you don't have class, guys. Business server part. I mean, what does business layer consist of? That is what your question, right? Just remember, business layer consists of source code. Okay, it will execute, it will process and give the response back. That's it. Business layer. Okay, under business layer, in business layer, we'll be doing API testing. Okay, under API testing, what all things we'll be doing? One is white box testing, the other one is web service testing. Okay, I hope you understood about white box testing. If not, I'll repeat once again if you want. Should I have to repeat once again? Okay. Any more queries, guys? And under web service testing, we have SOAP web service and REST web service, which we will be discussing tomorrow. Okay, in very detailed way. I hope you have clarity upon things of today's topic, everyone. Yes. Then you can leave, guys. If you have any queries, you can stay in the session and ask me. If not, you can leave. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much, everyone. Yes, Manohara. You have any queries? Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much. Okay, XML and JSON. Okay. Tomorrow, first part, I will discuss this only. Okay. There's nothing. It's very easy. I'll explain you about it. No worries. Thank you very much, Manohara.